Thanks, Chrissy, and ladies and gentlemen. Really pleased to be here to talk to you today about our key projects. As Chrissy mentioned, we do have gold in Western Australia at Lake Carey, but today's presentation will essentially be about our lithium project in Thailand. There's some pretty rocks. The pink minerals, it might be a little bit, no, you can see it. The pink minerals are the lithium mica, lepidolite. You're welcome to come to booth 63 and see these rocks in person. Usual disclaimers, just a quick corporate snapshot, 480 million shares on issue. We're about 15 million market cap. 3 cents shares closed today, and our main asset, as I mentioned before, is the Lake Carey gold project, where we have 936,000 ounces in resource at a grade of 2.5. We have Singaporean shareholder base representing about 25 million shares out of that 480, and they are largely backed through BNP Paribas. Moving straight into our project in Thailand, you'd all be familiar with Thailand in terms of its natural beauty. The food's exquisite, people are lovely, it's a terrific place, but I guess what you may not be aware of is that in terms of the minerals industry, the geology is super fantastic as well. That there is a picture of a swarm of veins, pegmatite veins that carry the lepidolite in the northern part of Thailand in Kanchanaburi area. So we class ourselves as primarily a gold project or a gold company with a twist of lithium, and this is what the story is about. We have an unrivaled package of land in Thailand, around about 1,700 square kilometres of tenement, largely in application stage, but that's basically all under our name. In terms of Australian standards, 1,700 square kilometres doesn't sound like an awful lot. There's a lot bigger packages in Western Australia targeting gold, etc. But for Thailand, that is a super-sized tenement package. And I would say that's probably unrivaled in all of Southeast Asia. Now, in the backdrop of the Thai government, in terms of lithium, the Thai government is issuing massive incentives for the EV manufacturers of the world to come and make EV cars there in Thailand. Now, globally, Thailand is already one of the top 10 countries in terms of car manufacturing, but they're obviously diverting their attention into EVs for the future. They're also attracting the battery makers into Thailand to make lithium carbonate batteries, etc., in terms of the EV space. What they've recently recognised is that there is a lithium potential mining industry in Thailand, which is something that is relatively new for the Thai and in terms of the minerals industry in general. So having recognised that, there's a fair bit of push in terms of looking at integrating a fully vertical lithium industry in Thailand. And I guess the question might be, is it gaining traction? In terms of the EV space, it certainly is. Not long ago, Tesla went to have a look at Thailand in terms of potentially setting up a factory there. Last week, BMW announced that they are setting up an EV factory in Ranong in southern Thailand. So in terms of the government initiative for the EV space, and now looking at the potential for generating, exploring and mining lithium in Thailand itself, this is where it's good news for Matsa. You'll see there a number of pictures. We have quite a number of prospects that are outcropping. We have been doing some work on that ground, and we are working our way towards getting government approvals to go out and do some drilling on those projects. We have regular meetings with the Mines Department, and we have met with the Prime Minister's office there as well in terms of what our project could do, and then how to sort of fast track the approvals process to ensure that we can get out there and do some of that drilling. Our project is largely centred on the Western Granite Belt, which is about 800 kilometres of strike all the way along that western border. Traditionally, it was a tin prospect, and not that long ago, Thailand was the 4th largest tin producer in the world. You can see there in terms of some of those orange shapes, those are all our tenements and our key project areas down here at Phang Nga and up there at Kanchanaburi. We've got a lot of ground there with a lot of ground to do, a lot of work to do. What's really pleasing in terms of the lithium the lithium potential in Thailand, and certainly for Matsa, is that every one of those pictures that I showed you before is a lithium discovery. None of those had been recorded anywhere in past reports or geological surveys, and we're very, very pleased with that. Broadly speaking, in terms of pathway to mining, it's like everything else. You have to get your tenements, you do the exploration, you do your drilling, you create the resources, and then you take them through feasibility works, etc. Last year in December, we issued our first two granted tenements, SPLs, down here at Ratchaburi, and there's a couple of targets there that are ready to drill. We are now also pushing for a couple of tenements up here at the Chokdi Panther. Just some pictures in terms of the outcrop. This is at Ratchaburi. You can see there the picture on the left-hand side, some fairly coarse lepidolite material, and that there is what they call a LIBS unit, which you can get on-the-spot readings in terms of lithium, the lithium percent in the rocks. Over here, this next one is further up north at Kanchanaburi. It's basically a mountain that's about 100 metres tall, 50, 60 metres wide or so, and it's riddled with lepidolite. Next door to it, another one there again, that's about 80 metres wide, and again, it's riddled with lepidolite. We just need to do some drilling on those. Again, that one there is the Pink Panther, which is further down south in Kanchanaburi, and we collected about 30 kilos of sample of that one, and we took that to China to do some test work. Further down south, down at near Phang Nga, which is in the Phuket region, we have a number of stream sediment anomalies, and you can see there in the blue circles, they're key targets for the future. As I mentioned, the lithium is centred on that western granite belt. Technically, lepidolite can produce a lithium concentrate of 7.7% if it was pure lepidolite. And that's an important thing to note. Lepidolite has traditionally been downplayed, but certainly it has the capacity to produce a very good concentrate. And we did do some test work, as I mentioned just before, with a company called Yongxing Materials in southern China, who currently mine and process lepidolite and produce lithium carbonate to a purity of 99.81%, which is better than benchmark requirements. And importantly for us, the metallurgical test work there demonstrated a better than 95% recovery of lithium from the lepidolite. As I mentioned just before, with regards to our test work, China is the only jurisdiction at this stage that produces lithium carbonates from lepidolite, but I think that will change in the near future. Those are the test work results. We've achieved up to 97% recoveries. What's also encouraging is you can beneficiate lepidolite or the pegmatites that contain the lepidolite, and one of our samples actually concentrated to 5.9% lithium oxide. Now, the benchmark Australian high-grade stuff is 6%, so you can see we're not far off, and this is lepidolite product. Another important aspect is what sort of price range exists with regards to lepidolite. Now, this is a little bit tricky because the only market for lepidolite at this stage is China, because that's the only place where lepidolite is processed. But importantly, for an equivalent grade of 2 to 2.5%, lepidolite actually has a 33% premium against the spodumene equivalent, which is very encouraging for us. So I think in terms of the lithium space, there's a new frontier developing in Thailand. And I think in terms of the mining industry, That's going to substantially change the landscape there as well, with strong support from the government. We've been in Thailand for over 10 years, so we're well established there. We understand the people and the culture, and that's a very important practice. Very quickly, I just want to talk to how do we expect to fund our ambitions. There's a project called Devon Pit in Lake Kerry. We plan to put that in production this year. It's only going to have a mine life of about 12 months or so, but it's going to produce 40,000 ounces. And at today's gold price of $3,300, that's a good injection of funds into our company. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.